So I think there's just lots of viewpoints, and it's always good to have an open mind, just to know what other people are doing, what's worked from them, and sharpening our own tools as we continue to advance ourselves while trying to help clients.
Yeah, I think there's there's not always one path to where you want to get to, um, and it's that kind of open viewpoint that you're kind of espousing that I think is the essential thing. People need to be curious. People need to find out what's going on, listen to what others are saying. But I think the most important thing is the desire to achieve results is the
Hmm.
most critical thing. And if you just look at today's kind of global economic climate, what companies, the challenges they face when trying to stay competitive in the market, there's no room for slouches. People are just going to get caught out, and it happens faster and faster. You talk about AI, innovation, all that sort of stuff moving rapidly. Um, there's just you can't afford to take a break on the side of the road. You've got to keep moving forward, and that's the thing for me is it's all about how do organizations remain competitive, because when you drill it down, whether you're looking whatever kind of workforce challenge you're looking to solve, it's about that organization getting stuff done and delivering results for their customers and doing things in the market and being competitive and maybe competing for the best employees and maybe competing for the best contractors and maybe competing for the best gig workers, but most certainly competing for some of the kind of niche suppliers that they might be working with on an outsourced basis. But ultimately, all of it comes down to how effective is that organization at doing the work it needs to do to be successful and competitive in the market. And that's the crux of it. When you break it down and people worry about risks or they worry about missed savings or costs or things like that, ultimately all comes back to, is your business going to be successful and how does it utilize resources? So I think, yeah, like you say, that open-minded approach, there's not one answer. Let's get the debate going. There might be multiple routes to victory, not one size fits all. Probably a little bit like the technical discussion we're going to get into it in shortly. But the desire to solve problems. There's people like yourself from a consultancy point of view, strategically approaching this with organizations. People like myself working in software technical organizations trying to solve problems from a tech point of view. It's all about all of these resources coming together, and there's so much opportunity out there in terms of potential for improvement